What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two Computational, where we preview each week of the NFL, give our picks and predictions for the upcoming week, recap the previous week, and week 16. We only got 3 weeks left: 16, 17, and 18, and we kind of have a clear playoff picture of what's going on. Some teams have stepped out. Still a tight race in some of the divisions there, but yeah. As far as the playoff picture looks, I kind of got it right here behind me. We got the Denver Broncos securing number one or a playoff spot, and same with the Rams as of right now for the byes. And then sitting at 2 in the NFC, we got Chicago, Philly at 3, Tampa Bay at 4, Seattle at 5, San Francisco 49ers at 6, and Green Bay sitting there at 7, the last spot in the NFC there. A few teams in the hunt there. Lions, Seattle, a few other teams there in the NFC. And then on the AFC, like I mentioned, Denver at number 1, New England at number 2 after that loss, still sitting at number 2 after that loss to Buffalo, but Buffalo sitting at 6, Jacksonville at 3, Pittsburgh at 4, Chargers at 5. And then, like I said, Buffalo at 6, and then Houston slipping in there at number 7. Their defense kind of helping them out, and their offense kind of coming alive last week as well. So, Jaguars sitting there at 3. They're looking really good. Trevor Lawrence had 5-6 touchdowns last week. 5 through there and 1 on the ground or something like that. Something crazy for his stats. And Liam Cohen's cooking down there. Denver's defense is stout. Were able to get the win over the Packers there last week. Unfortunate news coming from the Pack. Obviously, you can talk on that there. The Micah Parsons injury. A lot of injuries. I think you guys had 4 injuries for starters in the span of like 20 minutes, real life time.
That was a rough
stuff like that.
Rough second half for sure.
Yeah, but what else on the Micah Parsons torn ACL?
I mean, it hurts a lot. I mean, he's a huge piece of our defense, impact player. But I mean, what can you do? Injuries are part of football. Like Jeff Hafley said, the part of football we got to keep going. I mean, can't stop here. I mean, it's the biggest part of the season right now is to finish strong and then hopefully make it into the playoffs and, go on a run. But, it sucks, but still had 12.5 sacks. He's already eyeing a September 1st or beginning of the year comeback so he can play week 1. We'll see if that actually happens. But, like Jeff Hafley said, he's like, I know Michael will come back strong. He'll probably be a better player next year. And then he said, mark my words, which is kind of being optimistic that Jeff Hafley's going to be back as a defensive coordinator. And then Micah Parsons, obviously, he said Micah Parsons is going to break the sack record next year. So a lot of optimism there, but it just sucks losing a player like that. Devontae Wyatt goes down, huge D tackle for us. So we'll have some younger players step up, like Lucas Van Ness. He's practiced today. Got to have our young players step up for sure. But just a brutal loss with Micah Parsons. And then Christian Watson ends up going to the hospital. That was brutal too. But he actually was limited participant today in practice. So hopefully he plays on Saturday night against the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, kind of you'd make it think that it kind of ruins your playoff potential. I know that's kind of, you went all in, 188 million, 2 first-round picks, things of that nature on Micah, kind of, shoving all your chips all into the center of the table there. And he goes down season ending. But same as the Chiefs. I know they've been eliminated now with that loss last week, but Patrick Mahomes with a torn ACL as well. That one looked a little bit more rolled up on, but Mike was non-contact, so both still hurt just as bad and kind of the same damage there done. Playoff picture is what it is as of right now, but it is to change. This is all up in there to be determined. I think there's a couple teams like Denver and I think Rams. I think they secured their playoff spot there, but but all the rest of the teams still kind of up in there as far as seeding, who's still in the hunt, things of that nature. So let's just hop right into it. Week 16 of the NFL and everything like that. So let's hop right into it. I'll share my screen here. Give me 1 second. Start kicking it off. It's a divisional one, top of the division here. This is for the division. I think this is going to be a hats and t-shirts type of game potentially there. Where they have the division championships hat and t-shirts in the locker room there. But we got the LA Rams traveling to Seattle, the home of the 12th mandate, to face the Seattle Seahawks. Both 11-3 sitting at the top of that division, and Seattle is favored by 1.5 in this one. So it should be a fun one. Should be a barn burner and everything like that. High powered offense for the Rams, but Devontae Adams went out last week, is questionable and everything like that. For this week as well, but you got Puka Nacua, everything like that. But Seattle,
Hmm.
always playing well and yeah, at home, so that's an advantage as well. So 1.5 point favorites for Seattle. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, I mean, great matchup for Thursday Night Football. Yeah, means a lot to both these teams. Big game. Yeah, it does hurt the Rams that Devonta Adams is doubtful, just because it's a short week. Don't think he'll play, but I know he's tough son of a bitch. So I think that he'll try to play as much as he can, but I don't know if he actually will be able to by tomorrow night. Um, this is a tough one. I just think that I just got to go more of a veteran on the quarterback side. I'm gonna go Matt Stafford and the Rams. I just think they get it done, and they still have Puka Nacua, Kyren Williams, and I don't know. I'm not sure how well. I don't think Sam Darnold plays very well. I think he's been in the playoffs once with the Minnesota Vikings. So um, yeah, this is a tough one, but yeah, I'm gonna go Rams here. I just think Puka Nacua, even though Devontae's out, I think they get him more involved and he balls out, and then Kyren Williams they have him in the backfield. So I think he does some damage as well. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Rams here.
I mean, shit. Parkinson's had 2 touchdowns. Parkinson had 2 touchdowns last week, and kind of an NFL record, ties an NFL record. There were 10 teams with one player scoring 2 or more touchdowns for that team last week. There was a total of 10 of them there. So, yeah, kind of a high scoring players there last week. So if you had them on fantasy, you played well. And yeah, first week of playoffs and everything like that, or I guess second week of playoffs. No, yeah, first week. So yeah, a lot of teams getting bounced. Like Kyle Pitts had a couple of touchdowns and everything
Yeah,
like that. But yeah, in
he had
this one,
three, I
I'm
think.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle Seahawks in this one. I think home field advantage really helps. Yeah, it does kind of help Seattle. And they just have to focus on Puka Nacua instead of both Puka and Devontae Adams there. But yeah, I think Seattle with their offense and the way they've been playing, the line is phenomenal. Gonna stop that defensive front and the Rams secondary. I mean, they've been playing halfway decent, but yeah, I think Seattle Seahawks get it done here. I know they kept it close with the Colts last week, which wasn't impressive via Phillip
hmm
Rivers being the quarterback. But yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle at home in this one there. So yeah, give me the Hawks. You got the Rams on Thursday night football there.
yeah,
And then yeah, moving into the kind of the last weeks of the season there, you got Saturday games kind of filling in here, kicking it off. Another divisional. I think I'm going to be saying that all week or all podcast here, but we got the 9-5 Eagles going to Washington to face the 4-10 Commies there. Philly's favored by 6.5 in this one. Should be a lock of the week, but I guess I don't know the way Philly's been playing the last few weeks there. I mean, they did put a butt whooping on the Raiders, but again,
hmm
to the Raiders there. So yeah, 9-5 Eagles, 4-10 Commies, 6.5 points favored to the Eagles on the road. Who do you got?
yeah. Didn't wasn't much for this one. I got Eagles all the way. I think that bounce back game last week against the Raiders was something to put them in the right direction. And in this point of the season, it's one game at a time. Just take one game at a time. And obviously, last week they handled business, and I think they handled business this week. And yeah, I mean, it'd be a different story if Jayden Daniels was playing. Not really. I mean, he hasn't been really impacting the game that much, even though he hasn't played that much this season. But yeah, I got Philadelphia all the way. I think they continue their win streak, obviously off that win last week against the Raiders, and find themselves obviously in the playoffs and doing pretty much the same thing they did last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, speaking of two touchdowns, Dallas Goedert had 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts throws for a total of 3, one to AJ Brown as well. And yeah, I think that was a good outing for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles there. And I think they keep it rolling into this one. Like I said last week on the podcast, kind of have a lackluster schedule of last 4 weeks, but they are a lot of divisional ones here. So they got to keep headstrong and everything like that. Last week was a good confidence booster for them, so I think they roll it into this week. Give me the Eagles over the Commies on Saturday in this one there. And then, yeah, Saturday night football should be a fun one. We got another divisional game here. Like we were talking about earlier, the Packers take that loss to the Denver Broncos there last week in a heartbreaker. Could have had Jordan Love just kind of threw it short last week. Kind of the same way they beat the Bears the week before with Caleb Williams kind of throwing an interception late there to McKinnon or what have you or who have you. And so, yeah, Packers 9-4-1, Bears 10-4. This is for to kind of separate themselves in the division there, or make it tighter of a race. So yeah, Chicago favored by 1.5 at home in this one. Obviously, I know who you got, but what do you got to add?
Yeah, defense. I mean, even towards the end, I mean, if you mentioned that Packers Broncos game, our defense with Mike out put us in a position to win that game, or even tie it. Um, give Jordan Love the ball back with a minute left, gave him a fighting chance. Obviously, couldn't get it done. So our defense is obviously a lot weaker without Micah because he doesn't have that presence, that pressure.
The closer.
But and he's the closer. So, but I just think we handled business. I know we had Micah the 2 weeks ago. We handled business. I mean, it was a closer game than it looked. Packers dominated that game, I think, on both sides of the ball. This week, Christian Watson hopefully he can play, but if he doesn't, you got to rely on Jayden Reed.
And he's not
gotta
even
go Packers,
fully
obviously. No, but he's not. He's obviously not getting the touches that he used to or would have if he would have played or stayed healthy the entire season. Josh Jacobs, he's a little bit banged up, but I expect him to play for sure. This is a must-win game for us. Separate us from the Bears even more. And in this, if we win and the Lions lose or tie the who do they play? The Steelers, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they lose or tie the Steelers, we clinch playoff berth. So we got to win no matter what. But yeah, if we win and then the Lions lose or tie the Steelers, then even better. I think this is going to go down. I mean, last week we were 2 and the Bears were 7. And then I think if we win again, we're going to flip again. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I got Packers here on the way. Just hopefully our defense can hold up. And it obviously it's not going to be as cold as it was last week in Chicago. Looks like 35 at game time. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for this game. It's a Saturday night game. This is the time of the year that they have Saturday night games. So going to be fun. And I can't wait to watch this one.
Yeah, short week for both teams there. Ben Johnson's offense been rolling. Both Monangai and Swift have been balling out. DJ Moore had a touchdown or 2 last week, and they're kind of getting their connection better with Roma Dunze out and everything like that. But they still
Roma Dunze, I think he's questionable, or
right.
He didn't practice today either. And then the rookie, I can't remember his name. God darn. They drafted him this year. What's his name?
Yeah. Burden, Luther Burden.
Looked it up too. Yeah, Luther Burden. Yep. So he didn't practice today either. Oh, so that'd be huge if neither of them played. Unlikely, but even just Roma Dunze, if he doesn't play, I think that gives the Packers, one up on them. So we'll see what the official injury report is when it comes Friday. So
yeah, but Caleb Williams and the Bears rolled the Browns last week. They've been looking really good. It's a scary sight to see in the NFC North with the Lions, the Packers, and the Bears all there. Being a Vikings fan, but I think the Chicago Bears get it done here at home. I think they split with the Packers this year and kind of lock up that number 2 spot there in the NFC.
I prefer that actually. Yeah, I prefer that. I'd prefer that, whether it's Chicago stays at 7 or at 2 and we stay at 7, or vice versa. I mean, I'll play the Bears first round for sure. I think that's probably one of the easier teams to play. Looking at just the NFC, I think it's probably either them or probably the Buccaneers would be my preferred team to play, but unlikely that we're going to get to the 5 seed. So I think, wouldn't mind staying at 7 or going to 2.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? Tampa Bay Buccaneers might not be there. Carolina Panthers might be right there instead. So they might be sitting there at 4. Who knows? So, tight race there in I think it's the NFC South or what have you. But Packers, South, Bears. I'm going to go Bears in this one, kind of getting back on track here. I'm going to take the Bears on Saturday night over the Packers there. Give me the Bears. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, that's all right.
Moving on, Sunday football. So we got a full weekend full of football. So that's going to be fun. And you got obviously college football playoffs, I believe, starting here as well. So that even more power to you there. So, but keeping it in the NFL Sunday, we got the Bills traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So you got the 10-4 Bills, 3-11 Browns. Shadur Sanders didn't have a great game last week, threw for 3 picks or what have you against the Bears, who actually lead the league in interceptions now. I think they have like 36 picks on the year, which is an absurd number for the Chicago Bears. So Jordan Love's got to watch out, take care of the ball on Saturday night. But Yeah, 10-4 Bills. Jordan, what's his face? Josh Allen does it again. 21-point comeback over the New England Patriots in a cold weather game. No snow, but it was still fun to watch. Josh Allen is the MVP of the NFL, of the league there. But yeah, he takes his team to Cleveland to play the Browns. They're going to be another chilly one, but Buffalo is favored by 10.5 on the road. Who do you got in this one?
Yeah, Buffalo. I mean, I don't have much to add for this one. Yeah, I got Buffalo all the way. Josh Allen having a hell of a year, especially second half. He's really turning it on. Yeah, I got Buffalo, and at one point I didn't think the Bills were probably the best team in the NFL, but I think they're up there probably with, I don't know, the Rams maybe. Yeah, I just think Buffalo's up there. I know they're six, but just the
They're
way that
better.
Josh Allen plays,
Think they're better than
the
Denver.
way he's
Denver's the one seed in the AFC.
I do because I mean I didn't like I said I mean yeah Bo Nix played phenomenal last week against the Packers, but that was a tight game. I think we were up by 14 at one point, and I thought we were going to run away with that game. So I don't know. I think Josh Allen's more of a MVP level player. He put the team on his back compared to Bo Nix. I mean, obviously Bo Nix is a lot younger, but yeah, I do think Buffalo's probably. Looking at that, yeah, I'd put them up there with Denver for the number one seed in the AFC, and even in the NFL, top five, top four teams in the NFL.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can't go down 21 though. They're lucky that the Patriots defense kind of collapsed there. Yeah, because they were down 21 at one point, 21 nothing, and then
Yep.
24-3. So I mean, yeah, Josh Allen, I don't think can keep that up every week, especially when we get into the playoffs and things of that nature. And if they don't have home field advantage, I guess that doesn't help either. But yeah, Cleveland Browns, I think they're kind of calling it a year. I mean, Shadur's still trying. He's having some good moments, and keep him in the rest of the year, see what he can do. And I think you stick with him next year and everything like that. So trade away that first round pick, try to get something, or maybe find somebody in the draft first round. I'll just trade it away for some more picks and a player there. But
Yep.
yeah, Buffalo Bills. I got Buffalo all the way in this one. This one should be a lock of the week. 10.5 is a lot, obviously, but yeah, Cleveland got picked on by the Bears 31-3. So I think the Bills can cover that one easily. But yeah, they might be taking it easy. Might just be thinking, hey, this one's a sweep. Let's just not even think about this. Move on to next week. But that could always be a trap game there. So yeah, looking. I got the Bills. We both got the Bills in that one there. So. Yeah,
Yep.
moving on. Another noon o'clock game, non-divisional, but this one should be a fun one. We got the 10-4 Chargers who got a dub last week. They're actually looking pretty darn good. They beat the Chiefs. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes going down with that ACL, but that was kind of towards the end of the game there, and everything. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
believe so. So I mean, but yeah, still Chargers looking good even without their two starting tackles there. But the Cowboys losing to the Minnesota Vikings baby last week, and Vikings kind of put a butt whooping them on there on Sunday night, kind of led the whole way there. For the most part of the game, JJ McCarthy 3 touchdowns, had another great game. Last 2 games have been playing really well, so hopefully we can keep that momentum going. But we'll get to that in here in just a little bit, though. So 10-4, Justin Herbert led Chargers. 6-7, Dak Prescott led Dallas Cowboys. Dallas favors about 2.5, but it is in Jerry World, so it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. But yeah, 10-4 Chargers, 6-7 Cowboys. Who do you got?
Ooh, a tough one. I mean, I like Dallas at home. Um, I'm a fan of Dallas. I like their weapons on the offensive side of the ball, even defensive side. Um, I know there's some stuff going on with Diggs. I don't think he'll be a Cowboy much longer. I know there's some stuff going on in the locker room and with the management front
Secondary, yeah,
office.
got torched last week.
Yeah, but Diggs hasn't played, and he was supposed to play, and he was actually supposed to play healthy. But I think he's a healthy scratch.
Right, but yeah,
So
they
there must be something going on.
need him.
They need him.
Yeah,
Yep. But no, I just think their offense is good. They play really well at home. Obviously, as you can see, they scored a lot of points. We mentioned that a few weeks ago when they had a great game. I'm not sure they played, but we were talking about that at Jerry World. I'm gonna go Cowboys here. I believe in Dak. I like the weapons, and I think CD should be back after that concussion. I believe. I know he didn't play last week, did he? No, he didn't. I don't think. Did he play against the Vikings last week?
Dak, yeah.
No, CD.
Oh, CD, yeah, I think he did. Let me check the box score.
Because he had a concussion. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I guess.
Yeah, the week before. Yeah, CD had
I don't,
111 on us. 6
oh
receptions
shit!
for
So he
111.
must have cleared protocol, or was that 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago? Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
No, that was last week.
I like their weapons and everything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go Cowboys here at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers on the road. Justin Herbert and the boys got Martin Hampton back. He's starting to get back on track again. Yeah, Gadsden, Keenan Allen, Lad McConkey. I know Lad McConkey didn't do too hot last week, but this secondary is lackluster here in Dallas. I think Justin Herbert starts throwing the ball a little bit more. Yeah, especially getting that ground game going with Martin Hampton. Yeah, I think they get it done again. I mean, they knocked off the Chiefs, knocked them out of the playoffs, and they're going to knock the Cowboys out of the playoffs here. Kind of just being the dynasty killers there and knocking out. I mean, Cowboys aren't a dynasty, but kind of trying. I mean, they're halfway decent. Dak's playing pretty well this year, but it knocked them off of their pedestal. And I think they have a 1% chance, and I don't think it's going to be a 0% chance after this week. I think the Chargers get it done here. So yeah, give me the Los Angeles Chargers over the Cowboys there on Sunday after Sunday noon o'clock. And then, yeah, moving on, we got the 6-8 Kansas City Chiefs going to Nashville, Tennessee to take on the 2-12 Tennessee Titans. Kansas City is favored by 3 in this one here with Gardner Minshew at the helm. And then Cam Ward hosting Tennessee might be able to get a dub here late in the season against the Patrick Mahomes-less Chiefs there. So, yeah, 6-8 Chiefs, 2-12 Titans. Chiefs are by 3 on the road. Who do you got?
And yeah, Minshew Mania, baby. We saw what he did with Philadelphia a few years back. Might have been more than a few years back, but winning that little run. Yeah, Titans, just looking at this, I mean, obviously we've never seen that. We haven't seen this in 5-10 years about, I don't know, close to that, 1-5 at home. Or 1-5 on the road, and then obviously the Titans 0-7 at home. Yeah, it's just tough for both the Titans. Obviously, Cam Ward having a rough start to the season, but we've seen some good stuff out of him. He's had some good plays, got good throws, but I think the Chiefs and Minshew Mania take this one. I know what's that D tackle for him? The Chiefs.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, yeah, he was doing a press conference after the game, and he's like, are we out of the playoffs? And somebody was like, yeah, you're out of the playoffs. And he just looked defeated, like, man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunate for them, but obviously unfortunate for a lot of teams that lose their quarterbacks, their star players, get knocked out of the playoffs. But I'm still going to take the Chiefs here at Titans. I just not good at home, and obviously I think Minshew, fresh legs, and he has that dog in him. So I'm going to go Kansas City Chiefs over the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, Chiefs still have mainly all their weapons there. And Gardner Minshew knows the system, but he's also led a couple other teams on playoff pushes and stuff like that, and the Indianapolis Colts and things of that nature. So, veteran quarterback, he knows his way around the league, he knows football there. So I do think he's able to get it done. But this one should be a fun one. I think Cam Ward puts up some big numbers here in this one. He's been getting better each and every week. And as long as his players catch the ball, I think he's going to be playing. I think he's going to lead the Titans as long as they can restructure, rebuild, and things of that nature. I think that's going to be a solid team in the next 3-4 years there. So, but I don't think it's this year. So yeah, give me the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in this one. Yeah, give me the Chiefs. And then moving on here, we got the 4-10 Joe Burrow. Depression over there in Cincinnati, going and traveling to Miami. At least they're going to Miami there, and when it's going to be 83, and they're going to be playing the 6-8 Dolphins, who lost last week pretty bad. I mean, I guess they kind of had a couple bright spots in Darren Waller there with both of their touchdowns, but 4-10 Bengals, 6-8 Dolphins should be a fun game. Just looking at the weapons and everything like that as far as both teams, but Tua Tagovailoa has been benched, so it's going to be Quinn Ewers instead of Tua. Rookie start debut going up against Joe Burrow and the Bengals. So we'll see what happens in this one. Cincinnati only favored by 4.5, even with Quinn Ewers starting there. So yeah, Bengals, Dolphins, 4.5 points to the Bengals on the road. Who do you got?
I'm going to go Bengals here. I just hope Joe Burrow has that one of those games, just goes off and finds a little bit more happiness. Obviously, yeah, like we saw that interview or that press conference, he didn't seem very happy with Cincinnati. Just even in football itself, I'm going through some stuff on and off the field. And yeah, Quinn Ewers' first start, I mean, would be crazy if he got a win against Joe Burrow and one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't think it happens. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, this one was a Sunday night game actually here in week 16, but this one got flexed to noon o'clock here, obviously with both the teams not in any contention or anything like that. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals as well. I mean, Dolphins have been playing. They had won that bad game. They were on like a 3 or 4 game win streak the last few weeks. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, like you said, Joe Burrow can go off at any given moment, kind of like a ticking time bomb. I think he's going to explode here the last few weeks and hopefully gain some happiness back. But yeah, dang, kind of want to go Fins in this one at home. Is what's his face back? Not T yeah, T Higgins. Is T Higgins back? I know he was out last week. I think T
Mm,
Higgins might be back this week. I haven't done a whole lot of research on him, but they got their ass kicked by the Bengals or the Ravens last week.
I can
Um,
check here quick. Pull him up.
Yeah, and
Let's
they have no
see.
freaking
He
line.
remains in he remains in concussion protocol.
Yeah,
He was
dang.
limited at practice though.
Right. I might go. I might go Dolphins in this. It kind of sucks that we don't know the full roster on Wednesday night, but yeah, I might go Dolphins in this one just to try to get a game back. I'm gonna go Dolphins at home. Give me Miami at home. Give me Miami. I think Mike McDaniel's kind of fighting for his job. Obviously, not really gonna make the playoffs there. And so
Mm,
yeah, kind of fighting for his job. I think he dials something up here against the Bengals. So yeah, give me the Dolphins just for shits and giggles. I do like the Bengals. Don't get me wrong. You got Joe Burrow on my fantasy, same with Chase Brown. So hopefully they can dial up a couple touchdowns. But I think the Dolphins defense played halfway decent against the Steelers. I guess their secondary is kind of trash, but um, DK Metcalf kind of bullied them in the secondary. But I guess
oh
Dolphins are
yeah.
halfway did. They're physical. It was a fun game watching the Pittsburgh Dolphins game on Monday night. There, it was very physical, back and forth, and everything like that. So I'm gonna give me the Dolphins. I think they dial it up. It's not cold. It's gonna be 83, warm weather for Tua. I guess Quinn Ewers. Yeah, see what Quinn Ewers can do, man. What if he lights it up?
Right.
Texas quarterback. Give me the Dolphins. Fuck it. Give me the Dolphins. Hopefully they can get some
Yeah, they
hype
just
and
released
juice.
they released the player too, Matthew Judon.
Mm. Did they? Yeah, because you said you texted me. Hopefully the Packers pick up Matthew Judon. There's a lot of
Yeah,
a
I
lot
mean,
of teams that need a pass rusher, but
yeah, he hasn't. I think he's had like 14 or 13 pressures, 0 sacks. He hasn't had a really great year. But
wasn't
I
there
mean,
always
anything
kind of
will help.
controversy with Matthew Judon though?
I mean, shit,
Is
he was pretty good. I mean, the Patriots had him a few years back, and he was balled out. I mean, he's been a good player. I think he's just getting a little old.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Fuck it.
but
Give me
they will
the
obviously they're letting a few people go. I mean, they're obviously giving up. I think the Dolphins are. They're trying to find something within their team to get rid of Matthew Judon, bench Tua, put the rookie quarterback in. So they're just trying to find something towards the
juice.
end of the
Yeah,
season. I think.
yeah, and they're probably trying to keep Tua healthy for a trade candidate too. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, give
I
me
think he'll find his way
yeah,
into another team, and I think he'll be a starter as well.
yeah. Give me the Dolphins. Fuck it. And then yeah, moving on, we got the 3-11 Jets going up against the 4-10 Saints. This one's going to be a dog fight, a poop shoot there. But New Orleans is favored by 4.5. Tyler Shuck's been playing halfway decent though.
Hmm.
So kind of a bright spot for they might have found a guy in Tyler
I
Shuck.
think they
They
did.
end up beating the Panthers. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the week before, both divisional games. So yeah,
Yep.
kudos to the Saints there. And they got the Jets coming into town. So watch out for them. But they got their ass kicked last week. Yeah, basically got swamped or swept. Who did they play last week? I'm looking for Carolina or the Jaguars. The Jacksonville
Yep.
Jaguars. They got stomped.
Yeah, that's when Trevor went off. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, 4-10 Saints, 3-11 Jets. We won't spend too much time on this one. 4.5 points to the Saints at home. Who do you got?
Yep. We got Saints, like you mentioned. Just gonna kind of piggyback off what you said. Yeah, Tyler Shuck's been playing really well. I think the GM came out and said, "Yep, we think we found our quarterback and our head coach and Kellen Moore." I mean, yeah, and they've had two big games back to back or whatever, what have you. So yeah, I'm gonna go the New Orleans Saints at home against the Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Fuck, might need to get some games. I'm gonna go Jets. I'm gonna go Tyrod Taylor and the Jets. They got. I mean, I don't think Garrett Wilson's coming back this year, but that John Mechie's been stepping up, and a couple other of the wide receivers. Isaiah Davis had a good game last week. Um, yeah, against Jaguars defense, they still put up 20 points. Just couldn't stop anybody on defense. But I think they get a talking to here this week, step it up on defense, and I think they're able to get it done here. Let me go. I'm going to take the Jets, get another dub here this year. Give me the New York Jets over the New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints kind of won their Super Bowl back-to-back Super Bowls. They're going to be tired and kind of overwhelmed there after those two victories. I don't think they can keep it moving here, but maybe they can. But I'm going to take the Jets in this one on the road. I have a lot of road team victories here, so hopefully home field doesn't play too much of an advantage here this week. But it is in the dome, so no outside weather factor there. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
give me the Jets on the road in this one at noon o'clock. Yeah, moving on, we got the home team Minnesota Vikings, baby, get knocked off the Dallas Cowboys. That was a fun win for JJ McCarthy and the boys. Like I mentioned, JJ throwing for three. No, really Jordan Addison or Justin Jefferson. I mean, they were obviously involved, but Jalen Naylor was the guy that really stepped up and kind of balled out, had a couple touchdowns and yeah, a couple big plays and everything like that. So shout out to Jalen Naylor. That's fucking awesome to see. We got capable wide receivers and kind of feels like JJ's favorite target there when he's been playing there. So yeah, 6-8 Vikings going to New York MetLife Stadium to face on the New York Giants, 2-12 Giants. Jackson Dart, I think they found their guy there, but obviously
Mm-hmm.
missing a couple other key players there. But Minnesota favored by 3 on the road here in this one. So yeah, 6-8 Vikes, 2-12 Giants. Minnesota favored by 3 on the road. Who do you got?
Yeah, I think the Vikes continue it. Even though they're not going to make the playoffs,
No
I
barking.
just think that they're playing
No,
well. JJ's finding his
no.
rhythm. And I like the way he admits that he is he still has to work on his mechanics. He's got a lot of work to do in the off season. But stringing together a couple wins towards the end of the season, it's a little bit confidence booster towards going into the off season next season. So I think they get a win here on the road against the Giants.
Yeah, give me the Vikes as well. I like it. I like it a lot. Tickets as low as $24 if you want to travel to New Jersey to watch the Vikes beat the Giants. But yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings in this one as well. Hopefully they can keep it rolling. JJ McCarthy's been getting better each and every week that he's been playing. Obviously the last couple of weeks he's been playing really good. But yeah, should be a lot of fun here at this, and hopefully I mean I kind of want to lose to get a higher draft pick, but um
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. I mean, then I think we play the Packers again here this year, and I think we got the Lions next week. So,
Yeah, last game
I
of the
mean,
year is Packers Vikings. Yep, in
yes, I mean,
Minnesota.
yeah. So we got the Lions next week and the Packers. So I mean, this one could get a dub and finish what 7-10 or what have you. So I mean, we could still get a halfway decent pick, but um, I think projection right now is like pick 8 in the draft, and a lot of like draft mock drafts and everything have Jeremiah Love fallen to Minnesota, which at number 8 there, which would be kind of cool, just because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're probably going to get rid of Aaron Jones and we got Jeremiah Love and Jordan Mason there. So I mean, yeah, hopefully keep getting better. We need line obviously, and DBs and shit like that, but yeah, to be determined here next this summer here. But yeah, give me the Vikes on the road over to the Giants as well. So yeah, give me the Vikes. Hopefully they can keep it up. It's fun to watch. So yeah, moving on here. We got the divisional game here. This is for the number one spot in the NFC South there. We got the 7-7 Bucks traveling to the 7-7 Panthers in North Carolina. Tampa Bay's favored by 3 in this one. Fully healthy. It looks like Mike Evans was back,
Mm-hmm.
had a great game. They got Chris Godwin, Bucky Irving. I don't think Kate Otten played last week, but he's questionable this week. But I mean, even still, they got all their weapons back. No excuses now. Um,
Nope.
but yeah, they are traveling to Carolina, who also lost to the Saints, like we mentioned last week. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what do we got to add? Who do you got in this one? Tampa Bay favored by 3.
I mean, this is a playoff game right here. Just a huge game for both these teams. And I just believe that I'm a Baker guy. I think he shows up to the bright lights. So I think I'm gonna go Buccaneers here. I think it's gonna be a hell of a game. And just being fully healthy, and Mike Evans just got a game where about there and got a big catch last week. And that was it was one of his first catches. Looks healthy. Give him the ball more, and he's pretty pissed off. I think they lost last week, right? Uh,
29-28 over the Falcons.
yep, that
Yeah,
was he was pretty upset. Pretty upset that
well, yeah, a lot of so is Todd Bowles, I think is his name, is the coach for the
Yep.
Bucks. I mean, he was cussing up a storm there in the press conference,
Hmm.
but yeah, very, very bad coaching and clock management, play calling from Todd Bowles. But I mean, yeah, you can't let up, what was it, like a 21-point lead or what have you. And yeah, not even 21, maybe 14. But yeah, they
Hmm.
scored 15 in the fourth there with Kirk Cousins at the helm. I mean, yeah, kudos to Kirk, but yeah, can't have it there, especially with the
Hmm.
playoffs on the line and everything late in the season, losing to a divisional opponent.
Yeah,
But yeah, on to the next week, I suppose. You're going Tampa Bay.
I'm going Tampa Bay and yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. Yeah, like I said, no excuses. They're fully healthy, got their squad mainly back. So hopefully, yeah, they can keep it going and we get that number one spot there in the NFC South there. Because yeah, we want to see Baker instead of. I mean, yeah, kudos to the Panthers too. Yeah, for having a hell of a season, but I do
Hmm.
not want to see them in the playoffs. I'd rather see the Buccaneers in the playoffs with Baker Mayfield. So yeah, give me the Tampa Bay
Yep.
Buccaneers on the road in this one there. So yeah, give me the Bucks. Yeah, moving on. This one should be a fun one. AFC battle. Not a divisional, but just an AFC conference battle there. We got the 10-4 Jags traveling to Mile High to take on the Denver Broncos. They're setting 12-2 up. Yeah, beat the Packers last week. Yeah, kind of cementing themselves as the number one team in the NFL there at 12-2, 7-0 at home, and they're favored by 3 at Mile High there. So 10-4 Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Bo Nix and the Broncos sitting at 12-2. Denver favored by 3 at home. Who do you got?
It's a tough one for me, but I am going to go Broncos here. I just think their defense is too good. Yeah, hopefully, I mean Trevor Lawrence, if he goes out and has a week like he did last week, it's gonna be a really good game. I do think that the Denver Broncos defense is just too tough. They were getting pressure on Jordan, making it hectic for him, and I think they're going to do the same for Trevor Lawrence. So I think it's gonna be a tight game, but I just think the Broncos get it done here at home.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Broncos defense is really good. But I think the Jaguars are gonna are gonna prove the Broncos
It'd be
wrong.
nice. It'd be
They
nice.
they travel well. They're 4-2 on the road. Liam Cohen's a great coach. Um, yeah, hopefully he can dial something up here and get the boys rolling. Jacoby Myers, I think, had another touchdown last week. He's been playing really well. Huge addition to that team. Brian Thomas kind of easing his way back into things. Travis Etienne had a couple touchdowns last week. Bashal Tootin had a touchdown. I mean, yeah, they scored 6 or 7 touchdowns. I think they had 54 points last week or something like that. Or that was Trevor Lawrence's fantasy score, but they had 48 points last week. So
Hmm.
yeah, just rolling 7 total touchdowns. So yeah, should be a fun game here. AFC conference battle here to see who's gonna be a top of the AFC. Not a top, obviously Broncos won't lose their spot to the Jaguars there, but yeah, should be a fun battle either way. So yeah, 10-4 Jags, 10-12 or 12-2 Broncos. I'm gonna go Jacksonville. Yep, on the road. Give me Jags. Give me Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Hopefully he has another stellar game like he did last week. Yeah, give me Jacksonville on the road in this one.
Hmm.
Uh, Perfect. All right, yeah. Moving on here, we got the 5-9 Atlanta Falcons traveling to 3-11 Arizona Cardinals here. Yeah, Atlanta got that dub last week. Kirk Cousins has been playing actually pretty halfway decent here the last few
Hmm.
games, and they traveled to Glendale, Arizona to take on the 3-11 Cardinals here. Atlanta's favored by 3 on the road. Yeah, Carolina. I mean, not Carolina. Cardinals lost to the Texans last week. Yeah, Texans defense is stout, but yeah, CJ Stroud and the
Yep.
boys. Uh, yeah, Nico Collins right away, right off the gate, had a 55-yard or whatever it was touchdown there to start off the game there. So yeah, Arizona not looking too good, but either is Atlanta. Obviously, they got the win last week, which is kind of big for them. But I mean, yeah, kind of their Super Bowl. So yeah, Atlanta favored by 3 on the road here at State Farm Stadium. So yeah, Falcons, Cardinals, Atlanta favored by 3. What do you got to add to this one? Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is more of a prove it type of end of the season for Kirk Cousins. Um, Possibly, I mean, I know he's on a huge contract with Atlanta, but see if he can end up somewhere else if somebody wants to pick up a portion of that contract. Kind of prove it, see if he can get back in that starting QB conversation. Who knows? Obviously, like you said, he's been playing really well. Big one last week. And I think he continues it. I think this is like kind of a prove it like I said a prove it end of the year for him just to see if he can end up somewhere else back in that that driver's seat as a QB1. Who knows? I'm gonna go for Atlanta Falcons against the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, if Kyle Pitts keeps playing the way he's been playing the last
Hell
few
yeah,
weeks, I mean, yeah, three
it's a contract
touchdowns
year for him
last week. I
too.
think he had a touchdown the week before and a touchdown the week before, if not like not 100 yards or what have you. So I mean, yeah, he's been playing really well last few weeks. Good connection with Kirk O'Bangs there, and yeah, Arizona. I think maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. will be back. I don't know. Probably wouldn't bring him back sitting at 3-11, risk him getting hurt again there. But yeah, Falcons been playing halfway decent last few weeks. I mean, um, yeah, give me the Falcons. I guess I like Arizona at home, but they're sitting at 1-6 at home. Last year they were the opposite. I think they were 6-1 at home last year.
Hmm.
Kyler Murray, hopefully he can get back here soon. But did he play? No, Kyler Murray. Is he out for the season? Or
I think he's been yeah. I think he's out for the season. I think and I also think he was benched,
I guess
and then out
Jacoby.
for the season.
I think
But kind
I
of
guess
kind of
Jacoby
both. But
Brissett. Yeah, kind of this Jacoby Brissett, kind of in the same boat as Kirk Cousins. He's kind of playing for a starting spot too. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns last week. Not half bad against
yeah,
against the Houston defense. So yeah, I mean, Arizona might be able to get it done here, but I'm going to stick with the Falcons here. I really don't have faith in either of these teams, but yeah,
no,
give me the Falcons on the road. I think Kirko is a better quarterback than Jacoby
I mean
Brissett, and
I
they might
don't.
get
Yeah, they
Drake
should have moved
London back.
this.
Or
Yeah,
Atlanta might get Drake London back, so we'll see what
they
happens.
should have moved this game to a 12 o'clock game and moved the Broncos Jags to a 3:05. I don't know why
Yeah,
they're sitting at a. I don't know why they're sitting at a 3:05 game, but
they're both at 305.
oh shit, yeah, they are. Well,
But yeah, I mean
move
either
Panthers
or,
and
yeah.
Buccaneers to 3:05.
Yeah, either does. Yeah, either a lot of games could be sitting at 305 instead of that one, but yeah, oh well. But yeah, moving on here. This one should be a fun one though. You got the 8-6 Steelers. Aaron Rodgers kind of looked like vintage Rodgers there, Perk Rodgers there last week. Traveling to Detroit to face on Jared Goff and the Lions. Yeah, Jared Goff ends up losing to his former team in the Rams last week, but the Steelers were able to get it done, like we mentioned, over to the Dolphins there on Monday night. Coming
Mm-hmm.
kind of a short week there, I guess, if you want to call it that playing on Monday night. But yeah, you got the 8-6 Steelers traveling to Detroit to get the 8-6 Lions. Detroit favored by 7 at home in this one. Who do you got in this one? What do you got to add? This one should be a fun one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great one. It just depends, yeah, which defense steps up, I believe, and obviously which quarterback plays the best out of the two. I just think the way Rodgers played last week. I mean, yeah, like you said, vintage Rodgers, only 4 incompletions, pair of touchdowns. Obviously, they had a few. Like Jonnu Smith had a rushing touchdown. They're running a bunch of different packages, as
Mm-hmm.
they should with that
Yeah,
that double tight end
13
set.
personnel.
So
Yeah.
right, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go Steelers here, and I'm gonna do a little bit out of bias too, because I mean, if the Packers are able to pull off a win against the Chicago Bears,
Right.
and the Lions lose, we'll clinch a spot there. So, but I do think that Rodgers, if he continues to play like he did last week, and I know you kind of gave up hope, and so did I a little bit, a few weeks ago, but Steelers are right back on track where they were, and they'll find themselves in the playoffs, and they could go on a little run because I mean we've all seen what Aaron Rodgers can do in the playoffs towards the end of the season. If he plays like he has been playing or played last week, they're gonna be a dangerous team. Their defense needs to step up. But yeah, I just like their personnel, and yeah, obviously like Rodgers. But we need the Lions to lose too, so I'm gonna go Pittsburgh Steelers on the road here.
Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh, it's going to be fun. Hopefully they can make the playoffs there. I think they probably will, especially if Aaron Rodgers keep playing the way he's been playing. But I also want to see the Lions make the playoffs as well too. I want to see all the best teams in the playoffs and everything like that. And Lions, they're one of the top teams in the NFL, even though they're banged up and everything. They're still putting up big numbers. Obviously, losing a couple close games and everything like that. But they are coming off the loss, and Jared Goff and what's the coach's name? Not Dan Campbell, DC.
Yep.
Yeah, he's MCDC. He's coming to play this game as well, coming off a loss to the Rams there. Um, yeah, they got. I think they got a couple divisional games after this one as well. Obviously, they play the Vikings next week. I'm not sure who they play the week after that. Did they play the?
Bears maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. But I'll
I
look
don't
it
know.
up
They don't
here.
play
But
obviously not the Packers. Could be swept the Lions.
right, you're right. I think they got the Bears after that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, 8-6 Steelers, 8-6 Lions. This one should be a close one. I don't know. Perk Rogers has been thrown. Lions secondary is not that great. Gave up a lot of yardage and a lot of touchdowns, obviously, to MVP front runner in the race contender for Matt Stafford there. But shoot, this one should be a fun one. Give me the Lions at home. Fuck it. Yeah, give me the Detroit Lions. I think their offense is too overwhelming for the Steelers defense. TJ Watt out still with a punctured lung. I don't know if is he questionable. I guess.
Yeah, I think he's questionable, but it's gonna be tough. I mean, a collapsed
Yeah,
lung's hard to come back with for a week and a half.
yeah. I remember
Um,
Tyrod Taylor had his when he was
and
getting
we didn't even talk about that because that happened. Yeah, we didn't
after
talk about
we
that at
had the
all.
podcast. Yeah, Thursday or Friday or Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah,
Friday I think or something
that
like
dry
that.
needling that put him in the same predicament or same spot as Tyrod Taylor. Um, had emergency surgery, clap for a collapsed lung, partial collapsed lung. Pretty scary, but I don't. He might be listed as questionable, but I highly doubt he plays just because where they're sitting right now. You want him to be, recovered fully before, because I mean you're going to the playoffs, so you need him for the playoffs. So I think he sits out this one, to be honest. But pretty scary stuff. But
Yeah, and I think it takes like 2 or 3 weeks to actually get medically cleared for a collapse lung. I know TJ Watt's a different animal, but yeah,
yeah,
he could be back on the field anytime, any week here, but given his repertoire. So, but I don't. The Steelers defense still looked pretty good last week
hmm
against the Dolphins. Had a few sacks. Jalen Ramsey balled out. It was just an aggressive game. I think it was a lot of personal feelings between those two teams last week on Monday night. But
yeah,
Lions, you know how physical they are. I guess I get physical. Yeah, Penei Sewell and all those guys, Hutchinson. But as far as like quick and savvy, I think these guys just outrun the Steelers. JMO, Amon-Ra, um,
hmm
Gibbs. Yeah, I think they just get outrun them. And yeah, Dan Campbell's been calling a halfway decent play calling since he's taken over the head coaching job. So yeah, give me the Lions and Dan Campbell and Jared
yeah,
Goff and the boys to beat the Steelers at home here.
and Asante Samuel Jr. that got picked up after that. He had that spine surgery. I know I said the Packers should pick him up. He had a pick or his first pick back for the Steelers, so good for
Yep.
him. And yeah, their secondary is pretty good. Obviously with him, Jalen Ramsey, and all those guys. And you have like Cam Hayward on the front or the D line. They just need to step up for sure. They need to stop this Lions offense because if they don't, obviously there's no matchup. I have trust in the Steelers offense, but their defense needs to step up.
Yeah. So you're going Steelers. I'm going Lions in this matchup. This one
Yes,
should be a
sir.
fun one though. Heck yeah, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, moving on. We got the 2-12 Las Vegas Raiders. They're going for a number one pick again, or top five pick again here this year. They're traveling to Houston to take on the 9-5 Texans. This one not divisional. No, not divisional. AFC and NFC there, but yeah, this one should be a fun one and everything like that. No, both AFC. Is
They're
this one
both
divisional?
AFC. And,
No, it's Kansas
yeah,
City. No, it's Kansas City,
yeah,
Denver, Chargers, and Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
Texans
yeah,
are in there.
Texans is I'm not sure who's in their division.
Jacksonville, I believe, and things of that nature. So
Tennessee. Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, still AFC matchup. But yeah, not much to add. This one, biggest lead, biggest spread of the week there, 14.5. Texans, Raiders. Texans at home favored by 14.5. I'm going Texans in this one. Lock of the week.
Yep, I'm going Texans as well. Nothing to add. Their defense is good. They turned it up at the right time, and they're going to find themselves in the playoffs.
Yeah, and CJ Stroud kind of getting his groove back and everything like that, and balling out with Nico and Schultz. I think had a couple big grabs. I think he had a couple touchdowns and everything like that. So yeah, give me the Houston Texans in this one. And yeah, Sunday night football, week 16 Sunday night football should be a good one. This one got flexed, I believe. This one I was at 1 o'clock. Yeah, this one got flexed to Sunday night instead of the Cincinnati Miami game. But yeah, 11-3 Pats, top front runner, sitting at number 2 in the AFC there. And they're facing off and traveling to the Birdcage to face the Ravens at the bank. 7-7 Ravens. Lamar Jackson's back. Haven't been playing too well as of recently. But do you think they can get it done here against the Patriots? Is the big question.
I
They
don't.
need a big win. Obviously, falling a game behind to the Pittsburgh Steelers, out of the playoffs, in the hunt right now. So yeah,
Mhm.
Baltimore is favored by 3 at home though over the Patriots. So yeah, 11-3 Pats, 7-7 Ravens. Baltimore favored by 3 at home.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Favored by 3. Yeah, it's wild. But no, I'm gonna go Patriots here, coming off that loss against Buffalo. I just think Ravens don't look like the same old Ravens like they have in the past at this time of the year. Obviously, Lamar Jackson's been banged up throughout the season, but no, I got Patriots on the road here against Baltimore.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird. I don't know why I mean, Lamar Jackson is back, Derrick Henry. I think they're fully healthy. Kyle Van Noy had a big pick. I mean, yeah, they beat the brakes off the Bengals last week. Didn't give up any
Hmm.
points. So their defense kind of stepping it up. And then, yeah, Lamar Jackson, I think he's starting to get a little bit more healthy coming off that hammy injury. So, I mean, he might be ready to start running and doing his thing again, as long as the line can protect him there. Obviously, you have Derrick Henry, you have Zay Flowers. All of them had a good game. Lamar Jackson throw for 2 touchdowns and everything. Um, yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens.
Hmm.
Patriots letting up that 21-point lead to Josh Allen, an MVP like player. Lamar Jackson already an MVP. Yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens. I know the MVP was kind of a while ago, but yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens in this one on at home. At home helps. A tough place to play at the bank. Yeah, Patriots kind of declining there after that loss. Obviously, they're 6-0 on the road. They play well. They're a great team, obviously. But yeah, I mean, letting up that 21-point lead kind of scares me on their defensive end. And I think Lamar Jackson takes advantage of that, kind of sees the opportunities that Josh Allen had and kind of watches film. And I think he gets on the right track here in week 16 here over the Patriots. So yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens. They need this one to kind of remain in the hunt in the playoffs there. So yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens at home on Sunday Night Football over the Patriots. Perfect. Yeah, moving on here. We got the Monday Night Football. We got the 49ers going to the Colts. Should be, I don't know. I guess, yeah, I think the 49ers kind of, yeah, it's just tough with no quarterback in sight there for the Colts. Is Anthony Richardson never coming back from
Yeah, he
his
was. I think he
injury? Or
was. Yeah, I think he was. He had that orbital fracture from warm ups. I think he was actually cleared, or he was opened his window. I'm not sure. I think he's. Yeah, I think he's possibly able to play this week. I'm not 100% sure. I know
I
I read
think
something about him being
yeah, I just think he
able
would give you a
to.
better opportunity than Philip Rivers.
He's obviously more athletic. He move around in the pocket a little bit easier, better. But no, dude, Philip Rivers. I mean,
Yeah,
gave him a fighting chance. I mean,
oh yeah, it's 16-18 over the fucking 11-3. Yeah, Seahawks. So I mean,
hmm
defense kept it close in the Colts, but I mean, yeah, Jason Myers has all scored all the points there for the Seattle. So I mean, they didn't let up a touchdown. So I mean,
right?
Philip Rivers had that one touchdown there. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think that it's Christian McCaffrey, man. I mean, I guess you're supposed to do have Jonathan Taylor on the other side. But Brock Purdy kind of found his groove last week. He kind of put on a show, had that little pump fake at that. I don't know what he was like running in like 34 yards and just kind of like pump fake, kind of like that
No, yeah.
Kobe Bryant and Matt Barnes kind of reaction where
When he
he,
doesn't flinch. Yeah.
yeah, but as Mac Jones did that Matt Barnes thing or Brock Bauer or Brock Purdy did that fake
Yeah.
pump fake thing. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, they looked good last week over the Tennessee Titans. Granted, it was the Tennessee Titans, but Brock Purdy did throw for 3 touchdowns. Kind of getting
Yeah.
fully healthy, got a lot of their getting their wide receivers back and everything like that. So, and got Christian McCaffrey. So I think that's all you got to really have there. But yeah,
hmm
what do you got to add? Who do you got? San Francisco favored by 6 on the road over the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 49ers here. I just think, Colts just being having that 44-year-old quarterback at the helm, and just all the stuff they've been through this past few weeks. Um, yeah, just tough for them. And I obviously old man Phil did had that close game. Almost had that chance to win the game last week. Wasn't able to get it done, but I just don't think with the firepower on the 49ers offensive side, like you said, Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy, starting to come alive. I just don't think they can get it done. So I'm going to go 49ers on the road against the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I think we called it a couple weeks ago. I think even before Daniel Jones went down when they lost a couple games there back to back after starting off really hot there. Yeah, I think we called them frauds and everything like that. And I think it is kind
hmm
of panning out to be that. I mean, obviously that's an unfortunate injury to Daniel Jones. We'll never know what if could have happened and everything like that with the Colts and everything. But yeah, I just don't
Right.
think. I think they're starting to slide and everything. I think they lose the next couple of weeks, especially this week here to the 49ers. So yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers on the road as well. Um, yeah, just the way with the way they've been playing, even banged up with the San Francisco 49ers, they always seem to find a way to make it into the playoffs and kind of make a good run into the playoffs. I know a couple of years ago when Brock Purdy was hurt and I think half their team was hurt, and I think they had Christian McCaffrey playing quarterback there against the
Yep.
Eagles there a couple of years ago. So, I mean, just, yeah, kind of crazy, unfortunate series of events with the 49ers. But yeah, I think they are able to get it done here on Monday night. And I think they beat the Colts here. To wrap up week 16, I think they get it done on Monday night and everything like that. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun week 16. A lot of divisional games, a lot of playoff contention games, a lot of reseeding and everything if teams lose and everything like that. But it's going to be a fun one. All starts off with the Rams and Seahawks. Going to be a hell of a Thursday night battle
Yep.
there. Then we get a few divisional matchups there on Saturday, and then Sunday, like we just went over, is going to be a fun slate and everything like that. A lot of big games. Obviously, you got a big game here this week. A lot of big games coming up here for a lot of teams here in the next few weeks there. So, going to be a
Yes, sir.
fun wrap to the season. Obviously, we got the playoff picture right here. Let me just go stop sharing here quick because we'll get into touchdowns and everything here. But as far as playoff picture goes, yeah, you got the Rams and the Denver Broncos sitting at number 1. Chicago on the NFC sitting at 2. 3 Philly for the NFC, 4 Tampa Bay as of right now, 5 Seattle as of right now, 6 San Francisco and Green Bay 7, and then on the AFC you got Denver at 1, New England at 2, Jacksonville at 3. Pittsburgh's got 4, LA Chargers at 5, Buffalo at 6, and Houston at 7. So it should be a fun matchup there, fun playoff picture. Hopefully, a few teams. Yeah, I want to see the Lions for sure in the playoff picture. So hopefully they can get a few wins. Steelers would be fun to see though as well. Chargers obviously going to be fun to watch. Who else would you want to see in the playoffs that aren't in the playoffs right now? Obviously the Vikings, but who else? Obviously
No, I
Chiefs.
mean,
Yeah,
no, I mean, I
been a
think
long
this is
time
this
since
is a
the
great
Chiefs.
picture. I mean, it's a great picture right here. I think this is good. I mean, it's been a long time since Chicago's been in the playoffs too. I just think it's a good. And when's the last time? Yeah, Denver's been at number 1. It's
Right.
been the Chiefs, here and there, the past 4 or 5 years, whatever it was. So, Jacksonville back in the playoffs. That's awesome. Um, New England at 2 seed hasn't been that since Tom Brady was there.
Yep.
I think this is a great playoff picture, and then obviously Pittsburgh. I mean, they're always in the playoffs. They always end up making it, but with an old man Aaron Rodgers leading the helm, it's fun to see them in the playoffs, and hopefully they go on a run. But I like this playoff picture, and obviously if something moves around, I mean, I wouldn't mind to see, like I mentioned earlier, Green Bay going to 2 and Chicago going to 7, which will happen after this week if the Packers are able to win. So we'll see. But no, I like this playoff picture for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it should be fun. And as far as playoffs go and everything like that, our records for last week, I know we didn't go over those and everything, but I did not do too hot picking teams that needed to win and didn't actually win. And I know I was kind of going off some of your picks and kind of going opposite of yours, but I went a total of 8-8 last week, so 500 even. And so that makes my overall record 136, 87 and 1. And so yeah, not looking good. I mean, not too bad, but not where I want to be here. I think I finished better, more or less losses last year at the end of the
Hmm.
season than I do right now. So I mean, tough year for me in the picks and everything like that. But what are you sitting at? Where'd you go last week?
I went 9-7, so not much better than you. And then I went. My overall is 147, 76 and 1. So I'm not sure what the split is for that, or what the margin of difference is. That 11.
We're 11 games different. Yeah. So I gotta make
Different.
up some ground here. I know we have a few different games here this week
Oh
that we
yeah,
picked
yeah.
differently and everything like that, maybe 4 or 5. So I couldn't make a run here and everything like that. Hopefully go perfect 16-0 or whatever it is. But
Right.
tough, tough for that. But most of my TD locks hit last week. Amon-Ra had one, Nico Collins had one, I think Saquon had one as well. I don't think Rashee Rice found the end zone though. So I mean, Well, out of
I
those,
don't think
I
he
think
did.
it
No.
went 3 for 4. So I mean, not too bad as far as TD locks go and everything like that. Who are
Right.
your TD locks? Christian Watson. I don't. Did he score last week?
No. Who were my TD locks last week? I can look here quick. I had Tyron Tracy, which I think he did score for the Giants.
Yep, he had a
Um,
couple. I think.
Kyron Williams, I don't know if he scored for the Rams.
Yep, he had
Um,
a couple actually.
and then Christian Watson, I don't think he did score. I don't
Yeah,
believe he did. So
yeah. And Rasheed Rice didn't score
two
either.
for, 2 for 3. So not too bad. But let's get into those TD locks here for Week 16. I'll just go. I have mine already written down, so I'll just go and you can follow after me. I got Jayden Reed. Um, Depending on, I think he'll score no matter what. But obviously, if Christian Watson isn't able to go, I'll have him scoring a touchdown. And I got Mike Evans, second game back after collarbone injury. Had a great week last week, so I'm going to have him getting in the end zone. And then one player's been playing really well for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Kenneth Gainwell, the old man Kenny. So I'm Kenneth Gainwell, a rushing touchdown. I think he finds the end zone against the Detroit Lions on Monday night or Sunday night, or was that no
No,
Sunday
it's
afternoon?
just
Excuse me.
yeah, Sunday afternoon. Yep,
You
100%. Yeah. So recap yours again. I know I got Kenneth Gainwell, and then you got Mike
Mike Evans
Evans, and then
and
who's your
Jayden
first
Reed.
one? Jayden Reed. Yeah, Jay Reed for the Packers. I mean, yeah, if Christian Watson doesn't play, Jayden Reed's going to get a lot of touches. Hopefully, yeah,
Hopefully, yeah.
hopefully Jordan Love can limit the turnovers. Yeah, like I mentioned, Bears defense had 36 picks
So
on the year,
he only
34.
has four. He only has 4 picks on the year.
Did he
Jordan
throw all
Love.
four of them in one game? I know he had like
No, he
three in
didn't.
one, two in one game.
No, no, I don't even when watching. No, he's his 4 or 5 total interceptions on the year.
Really? Shoot.
Yeah,
And then yeah, what were your other
that's it. I mean, those are my three
Mike
picks.
Evans? Yeah, I guess he had a good game. He had a good game last week. I mean, yeah, he's coming back into his own. Yeah, he has 6 picks on the year. Jordan Love does. 'Cause I know he
Yeah,
had like 3 in one game or 2 in one game or what have you.
that might have been earlier in early weeks. He hasn't thrown a pick. I mean, he threw one against who was it right off the bat? It was a bad pick. I don't know. Yeah, but he has 6 picks. I mean, probably
He
one of the
had
least
two
amount of
against
picks for a
Denver.
quarterback.
Yeah, he had two against
That was
Denver last week.
yeah. So he's at 3. So yeah, he's at 6. I thought he would have been at 5.
No, he's at 6. But I mean,
Still, he's still least
right,
amount
but
of
he is
interceptions for a quarterback.
facing the most takeaways in the league and interceptions in the Chicago Bears. That's just what I was saying. Hopefully, he can take care of the ball and everything like
Yeah,
that. Because yeah, he's going up against a good secondary, and they're just getting healthier and healthier. So, but yeah, I'll get into my TD locks. I'm gonna go over the Eagles over the Washington Commanders. I'm gonna go Devonta Smith with a receiving touchdown. He's due for one. It's been a while since he's been had a touchdown here, but he's been having good catches, big catches, and everything like that. So I'm gonna go Devonta Smith with a receiving touchdown over the Commanders. I'm gonna go Jordan Addison with a receiving touchdown over the New York Giants. He's also due for a touchdown as well. And then let's see who's going to be my third. I'm going to just take an easy one. Actually, yeah, give me Nico Collins with the receiving touchdown again this week. Actually, no, let me change that up. I'm going to go Amon-Ra St. Brown with the receiving touchdown over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm gonna go him with another touchdown. He's been balling out for the Lions and everything. JMO could have a receiving touchdown this one. JMO's kind of calling my name on this one over the Steelers. But yeah, give me Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's going to be a tough battle. It's going to be a physical game, and Amon-Ra is a physical wide receiver, so I think he finds the end zone in this one. So yeah, give me Amon-Ra St. Brown for my third touchdown lock there of the week. So yeah, should be good. I'm going to go all wide receivers here in week number 16. Yeah, I think you got a running back in there, but yeah, who else as far as running backs? I guess I don't really trust any of the other running backs. I guess maybe
mm-hmm.
Bijan, but he hasn't been playing a whole lot really well the last few weeks. I think he played kind of good 2 weeks ago, but I don't think he played really well last week. Didn't really
Always gonna go
watch
Josh
that game
Jacobs. I
there.
think he has. Josh Jacobs had a nice receiving catch, touchdown last week. I think he's sitting at like 14 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, maybe Chase Brown, maybe James Cook over the Browns, but Browns have a good defense. Yeah, there's not really a good running back matchups here in week 16. as far as like what I'm looking at, I guess.
Yeah, he's at 13
Bucky Irving
touchdowns.
might be a good one. Bucky Irving. I'll throw him on my as an honorable mention. Bucky Irving over the Carolina Panthers, for a touchdown there. Bucky Irving. He needs to score. He's due for a touchdown as well. So yeah, give me Bucky Irving for an honorable mention. So yeah, should be a fun week 16 for all of that. And then obviously, yeah, college football playoff start and
Hmm.
everything this week. So it should be a high powered. I think everything kicks off with Alabama and
Friday night.
Oklahoma. Yeah, on tomorrow night, Friday or
Not tomorrow, Friday night.
Friday night. Yeah. So yeah, that should be fun. And everything like that. Yeah, December 19th. So yeah, Friday night, Alabama and Oklahoma. And then followed up on Saturday with got James Madison and Oregon on at 6:30. You got Tulane and Ole Miss
Blowout.
at 2:30, and then you got
I won't be watching that
Miami.
JMU game.
Yeah, JMU will be fun. Yeah,
No, I won't be
JMU.
watching that. Packers play. I mean, there's an NFL. There's two
Oh
NFL games on
yeah, yeah,
Saturday.
true. Yep.
Eagles,
And then
Commies, and Packers and Bears.
yeah, Miami and Texas A&M. So Miami and Texas
That
will
should
be
be
the
a good
one.
game.
Yep, that's at 11, and then at 2:30, then it's Tulane and Ole Miss. That 2:30 game lines up with the NFL 2:30 game, and
Yep.
then that 6 o'clock game 6:30 lines up with the NFL as well for that Saturday. So kind of unfortunate that you can't kind of. I guess if you have YouTube TV, you can do split screen. So I mean that's you
Or you
can do
should, if
that.
one if there's a shitty game, switch to the NFL. I mean, or vice versa. I mean,
Yeah.
pick the best game to watch. I guess.
Yep. Obviously, you'll see the highlights the next day. So, but yeah, fun college football, fun NFL. Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty of things and everything like that. Just getting down to the wire. Yeah, gonna be a fun week 16 of NFL. Gonna be a fun college playoff football. Got college basketball full swing, NBA, all the good stuff. Playoff Cup. I think yeah, San Antonio Spurs knocked the New York Knicks out, and San Antonio Spurs win the NBA Cup there with Victor
Was Spurs? Did
Wembanyama
the Spurs won?
last
I thought
night.
the Knicks won. I
Uh,
swear the Knicks won because there was that viral clip of Josh Hart putting his finger and what's his name's butt.
no,
Um,
that was a long time ago. I
you
think that
sure it wasn't
was
last night? I'm pretty sure that was last night.
oh, it was 124, 113.
Yeah, Knicks
Oh,
won.
yeah. I thought that was
Yeah.
from a while ago
No,
when Josh Hart
Josh
did
Hart
that.
and
I did see
what's
that,
his
but I
name?
thought it was from a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jalen Brunson.
Brunson. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Nick surged late to win
Knicks
NBA
are.
Cup championship.
Yeah, Knicks are probably gonna win it again this year, or not again this year, but they got a good team.
Yeah, they
Who
do
won
got a
last year?
good team.
OKC. Yeah, OKC won last year.
And they do have
The
good OKC.
actual
Yeah, Victor
championship.
Victor Wembanyama is going to be. Yeah, Spurs are going to be good. I think they're sitting at fourth seed in the West
Yeah.
there. So I mean,
Cooper
yeah,
Flag balled out earlier
yeah, he
this week.
had
He dropped a 40
42,
piece.
youngest player ever in NBA history to drop 42, past LeBron James who had 37.
Hmm.
Yeah, cool
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so a lot of sports going on. Obviously, Christmas is next week as well, next Thursday. So, yeah, Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. Obviously, we'll have one more podcast before
Yeah.
Christmas and
Well.
everything,
Yeah.
but still, yeah, I can't believe it's already Christmas right around the corner. It's supposed to be 55 here in Sioux Falls on Christmas Day, so
Hmm.
kind of a weird feeling. Christmas was gonna be nice. Might be able to get out and do some things on Christmas and everything like that. So, um,
Yep.
yeah. What else you got to add to Week 16 podcast?
Not a whole lot. I mean, lot of important games. I mean, obviously the Packers got an important game. I mean, obviously Buccaneers Panthers is going to be an important game. A lot of important games. I mean, Cowboys got to stay alive if they got to win to stay alive.
No, I think
Um,
yeah, they have to win out and Eagles have to lose out.
yep. Yep. So I mean, a lot of big games. Broncos Jags should be a pretty good game. Steelers Lions is going to be a great game. Not a huge fan of the Pats Ravens. I know you picked the Ravens. I got Patriots in that one. Monday nights, who knows? Depends on if Philip Rivers shows up and balls out like the good old days. But we'll see. But yeah, a lot of important games. So I'm just looking forward to this slate, and obviously only 2 more weeks of the NFL season after this. So coming down to the end, and we'll see who is able to make the playoffs.
Yep, 100% should be fun and interesting. So yeah, it's been a fun season so far. Hate to see it go, but
Hmm.
Love this time of the year and everything when things matter and teams are at their full potential, obviously barring any injuries and everything like that. But they've had a full basically season to kind of get where they are, and usually you're better at the end of the season than you are at the beginning. So
Hmm.
yeah, should be fun there, and I'm excited for everything to come with it and everything like that. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, that wraps it up for week 16, two computational NFL season podcast. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week on the pod. Until then, peace.
Peace.